Thanks for coming along today, showing your support for Ballantrae Food Festival. It's been quite a good turnout, which is lovely. So, my name's Lindsay Guidi, and my business is Home Cook School. I set it up last year, and I'm based in Maybole. I work from home, and I deliver cooking lessons. Really, the premise of the business is to encourage people to develop their home cooking skills. So I work in my own kitchen and people come to me, but I also go out to other people's kitchens. Sometimes people quite like to be in their own house with all their own stuff, and I'll go out to them across Ayrshire and we do the cooking lessons around what people want to learn. So I do quite a lot of Italian, Scottish, Mediterranean inspired, a little bit of Thai, and a bit of baking, and yeah, so that's it. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask me at the end. I have typed up the recipe for today, and there's quite a few copies down there, so feel free to take one away. And the recipe that I'm doing is for two, and there's a lot more here than two. However, I'll put a little bit extra in, and feel free, I'll put the dish down and help yourself. There's some plates and some cutlery and things, help yourself at the end. So I just found out from Brenda, who did the last demo, that she did a smoked salmon salad, which is what I'm doing. But she's assured me kindly that hers is quite different from mine, so hopefully if you did sit through the last one, then it won't be too repetitive. So I've done a few demos today. I did a couple already at my stall up there, and I'm doing another little one up there later, broad bean crostini with ghost cheese. All the demos that I've been doing today sort of incorporate local produce in some way or other, and some of the things you can buy from here today. So I'm quite keen on that. I think if we all bought one or two things from local farmers, local delis, you know, it would really, you know, put a lot more money into local economy. I'm the same as everybody, you know, you run to the supermarket on the way, you know, when you're working and you get the shopping delivered. I'm the same, but I do try and buy the, you know, a few nice things, and there's lots of gorgeous produce to be had in and around Ayrshire. So the key things for the recipe today, I've got some lovely salad from Rowan Cottage. The guy's got a nice little stall up in the corner. He does a lot of farmers markets, and he's got these really beautiful little edible flowers, little violas, and nasturtiums. Now that's quite posh and fancy for Home Cook School, because, as I say, it's home cooking. It's not normally too chefy, but I thought he gave me those and I thought they looked pretty. It's a special day. I've got some lovely salmon from Pronies. It's hot smoked salmon, which I love. I actually prefer hot smoked salmon to normal salmon. I just prefer the kind of meatier texture of it. Pronies have got a stall just in on the left. Jonathan smokes his own smoked salmon and trout and hot smoked salmon. This is a whiskey, no, it's sherry hot smoked salmon. So that's for sale here as well. So really, for this, I said in my recipe 175 grams. That is around that, and I think that's enough for two people, because it is quite an intense, it's a really rich smoky flavour, so I think that's enough. But I'm going to put in, for the purposes of, because there'll be a few people tasting, I'll put a couple of packets on, but for the recipe, one is enough. If you can't get hot smoked salmon, and you can just get normal smoked salmon, I quite often sear mine just in the pan with a little bit of olive oil and a little squeeze of lemon juice, which is really nice. So you can kind of do it yourself if you can't get it. Some Ayrshire potatoes, just little new ones. I've just boiled them up already just to save time. Asparagus, I prefer the sort of finer stuff for this, and just chop off the bottom kind of woody bit that you sometimes get in asparagus to take the bottom sort of an inch or two off. Some nice lemons, we're going to use the zest out of the lemons, honey and horseradish. Now I'm just using horseradish sauce because horseradish is very hard to come by, fresh horseradish. But if anybody, does anybody grow it or anything? I've not even seen it in the fruit and veg shops really, so the sauce is lovely though, so just use that. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm just going to griddle the asparagus. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on it rather than on the griddle. You could do it in a frying pan if you don't have a griddle, but I wouldn't put the olive oil onto the griddle because it just sort of like runs down all the rivets. So just put a little bit of your olive oil on. And today we've got an induction hob. I've got gas at home, so we'll see how that goes. But that's one of the hardest things with home cooked school when I go to people's houses is everybody's cooker's different. And I'm not really the most technical person in the world, and a lot of people don't know how to work their own cookers. So really, I mean, it's nice fine asparagus, so 4 minutes is probably enough. And obviously if you had thicker asparagus, you could just parboil it for 2 or 3 minutes and then griddle it. Okay, so whilst that's sizzling away, it should be, I always think it's really important when you're cooking to be able to hear, because you can tell a lot by what stage it's at by the sounds, but I can't hear anything because of the wind and myself. So I'm just going to chop the potatoes up. So any kind of new potatoes or something that's kind of waxy that's going to hold its shape. You could also, if you wanted, fry your potatoes in a little bit of olive oil if you wanted. So I'm doing, for this recipe, I'd said about 6 to 8 potatoes. This recipe you could do it's ideal really for a lunch or a starter. You could obviously not do it without the potatoes if you were doing it as a starter and you didn't want to fill people up too much. Another thing you could do is a nice bit of toasted sourdough bread would be really nice with it as well. My pan's smoking a bit because I've been using it to make toast and things. So I'm just chopping these potatoes up. They are still slightly warm, but I've just let them cool. I tried them last night and they're really delicious. I'll just put a little bit of salt on those. Okay, so whilst my asparagus is just finishing off, I'm going to start the dressing. So it's really simple. And most of the dishes that I do at home cooked school are things that are accessible. It's nothing too showy. Some stuff that might impress your friends, but actually isn't too tricky to do. So, a couple of teaspoons of horseradish. I'll maybe put a little bit more on because it's a bigger crowd. And a couple of teaspoons of honey. I'm using Graham's honey. Has anybody tried Graham's honey? It's from Ballantrae, Catrin area. It's lovely. I got mine in Dow Hill Farm Shop, but you get it in a lot of local delis and stuff. I think Grant's do it. And they say if you take a bit of local honey, if you've got hay fever, it helps. So I don't have hay fever, but okay. And the juice, I love lemon, so I'm going to use the juice of a whole lemon. Okay. Now I'm just going to put my asparagus off now. I think that's probably about 4 minutes. It's a little bit charred, some nice little lines on it. And oh no, I forgot to put the zest in. Zest the lemons as well. put the zest on as well, which just gives it that really lovely lemony flavour. And we're also going to put like a really generous glug of nice olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. The only thing with these cast iron pans is they just keep cooking, they keep the heat in for ages. Okay, so a good generous glug of olive oil, extra virgin. This is a Tuscan one. I do quite a lot of Italian style cooking. My mum lives out in Italy, and I got married out in Italy, and my husband's family's part Italian, so they love pasta, risotto, so do quite a lot of that kind of food. And funnily enough, my kids, who are 2 and 4, who can be quite fussy, you know, it's tricky at that age, will eat anything if it's Italian, which is great. That helps. So I don't know how much can you see okay on that camera? So that's your little dressing there, ready to go. Actually, we'll add some salt and pepper into it. Some nice sea salt, freshly ground black pepper. I'm not a big fan of white pepper. I know some people, particularly chefs, they don't like to have like bits of black pepper in dishes. They find it unsightly, but I don't love the flavour of white pepper. So we're pretty much ready to go. The only thing I've still to do is to chop some herbs. So I've got some chives and flat leaf parsley out in my garden. I'm a big advocate of just, even if you don't really have a garden, even if you can just stick a box in the kitchen by the window, so just to grow a few herbs, just your basic, you know, chives, parsley, rosemary is quite a handy one to have. I just think it's, first of all, it's a great saving because you buy these packets of herbs at the supermarket, don't you? And then you use, you know, a half of it, and then the rest wilts in the fridge, and you forget about it. But if you've got your own, you know, a few herbs in your garden, you use as much as you need when you need it, and you know, it's a great saving as well. So I'm just going to chop these herbs up. So I'll keep them to the side, and I'm just going to scatter them on the top at the end. So I don't know, has anybody grown any edible flowers before? So I mean, loads of flowers are edible: pansies, viola, nasturtiums. They're all easy to grow, and well, roses and lavender as well. You know, which is nice for baking. So I've always got like hanging baskets with viola and things, and they're nice on like cupcakes and stuff like that as well. Really pretty. People think it's really fancy, but it's not really. It's just if you've got them in your garden. But I mean, these aren't from my garden. That's to say, the guy from Rowan brought them. He puts some nice little herbs through his salads as well. So he picks. I'm just going to rip apart some of the bigger leaves, so it's easier for you when you're helping yourself. So he was telling me if you just tell him what you want, he picks it out. He's got a sort of market garden, he just picks it that morning for you and picks all the flowers, which is lovely. Okay. So, but now, obviously what I'm saying is, you know, the recipes that I do, you know, I want them to be accessible. So in my recipe, I just had watercress. So a bag of watercress or rocket or a baby leaf salad, any of those is equally fine, and you don't have to have pansies on it. Okay, so I'm just going to add my potatoes in, and I'm going to add my salmon and asparagus. I'm going to put the dressing over it. Okay. I'll just take the skin off the bottom of the salmon. So Johnny, the guy that smoked the salmon's over there. That's very authentic. Embarrassing him now. Peronis have got a nice little shop. Well, it's not nice at the moment because it's just getting renovated at the moment, but it'll be lovely in a couple of weeks. Just down Green Street, back People Street in Ayr. Nice fishmonger, and you can go and get things like just things that are tricky to get in the supermarket, like nice mussels and things like that. And you can park right outside it as well, which is helpful. Okay, so this is obviously quite a lot of salmon. You wouldn't be using quite as much if it was just the two of you. Okay, and I'm going to put the dressing over and then just mix it through. It's a nightmare not having a sink today. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that so that the dressing's sort of covering everything. Okay. Okay, so I'll take it back over and we'll pop on some of our little flowers and sprinkle our herbs over the top. Can you see that on the screen? Pretty, aren't they? How summery is that? Some of your little fresh herbs over the top. I'm just going to put a little bit of extra salt over the top and a nice little drizzle of olive oil again over the top. This is because it is particularly nice oil. I think it's nice to break the salmon up, but I suppose you could leave it whole as well if you wanted to do individual ones, especially if you were maybe doing it for a main. You could put the whole piece on. I mean, I think it's a bit much just for a starter. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a super summery dish, and I'll pop it out. There's lots of plates and things down here. Help yourself. You can let me know what you think. If you've got any questions, feel free to come and speak to me. I'm doing another little demo up at my table at 4 o'clock, the next one, broad bean and goat's cheese crostini. It's quite noisy down there, but you're more than welcome to come, and there'll be some samples of that as well to try. And any questions, as I say, feel free to just ask. Thank you.